Hey guys, JT here. Just having a chat with my good friend Jess, Fraser, and we've both been in martial arts a long time, and I'm just putting it out there. How long have you done jiu-jitsu for, Jess?
Jiu-jitsu, in April it'll be 7 years.
Yeah, for me it'll be 9 years in March.
Yeah, wow. Nice.
Yeah, it's a little while,
Yeah.
and you get a little bit banged up along the way.
Uh-huh.
Is it for yourself? Is there anything in particular that you found in your experience that's helped you sustain your career in jiu-jitsu, or helped your jiu-jitsu that's not on the mat?
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, I think it's like it is a holistic sport, like people talk about the jiu-jitsu lifestyle, and I think if you don't sort of make your whole life support it kind of in a sporting way, like I see a sports psych. I think that's a really big thing. So I can train a whole bunch of technique, and that's really cool. But like if my mind's not ready to absorb that or put it out in the way that I want it to, it's kind of, like I'm getting half the story, So sports psychs for sure, I think are a really good thing, particularly if you want to be a competitor. And definitely I have discovered myotherapy in the time that I've been doing jiu-jitsu. So those guys really helped me. Like there's times where I thought that I had to retire because I was in so much pain, and I'm not saying that's going to happen to everyone, but stuff that I thought was like I honestly thought I broke a rib. I honestly thought I broke a wrist. I got x-rays and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were fine, but like nerves were getting compressed and stuff from being stacked. So my own chiro have definitely helped me throughout the last couple of years, and definitely getting older. Like when I was 30, it didn't feel like it does now. So yeah, for sure. Like I think like auxiliary stuff like that is really important. I've always lifted to feel safe because I'm smaller than most people on the mat. Yep. There's women that are much smaller than me, but like I'm not so lean, so we might be holding the same amount of muscle. I don't know. But lifting for me has made me feel safe. So and definitely as I get older. So when I am not doing lifting, I don't do it just as its own pursuit, but I do it to get all my joints more stable.
Injury prevention.
Injury prevention for sure. And definitely when I stop lifting and I start just doing jiu-jitsu, things pop. Yeah. It's an obvious and predictable equation when you train like me. I'm quite aggressive. Sorry. I roll.
I feel you, sister.
And I'm not I use a lot of pressure passing, and I'm small, and my game is very attacking and aggressive in that way. I don't play open guards because my hands are jacked, So it's very physical, full body contact way that I fight, and I need to be strong,
yeah. No, I agree with you, and I think I've been really lucky too. I have a fantastic myotherapist, Teresa, Optimum Muscular Health.
Everybody knows Teresa in Melbourne.
Magic hands, Mother Teresa. And I would say Teresa has saved me from surgery at least twice.
Yeah, 100%.
Just by helping me identify the problem and how to go around it, work around it, and therapy for that. And definitely having a good warm-up routine for me has helped me stay injury-free for the majority of my jiu-jitsu life. Yeah. But yeah, definitely what you're saying about strength training, so good in terms of just safety.
Definitely.
And just body awareness.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, it is different. If you're a bigger player versus smaller player, and you always got to deal with big, heavy lunks leaning on you. Is there anything that you found has helped your approach to being a smaller person on the mat dealing with big, heavy guys?
Yeah, well, I'm a passer. I play on top. There's one thing trying to pass a fridge rather than be under a fridge,
Yeah, true.
And even if your technique's really good and really sound, when the guys are 100 kilos, not just the weight, they've got more surface area than you.
Yep.
So moving something physically, onto their back that's, bigger than me when he's just on his knees, Some of my training partners are 100 kilos, 6 foot tall and
big
just
monsters.
a horror. But I ask them, if I want to try to make them, a functional training partner for me, and for them too, for their experience too, is I ask them to play off their back, They very often have a game that's top heavy, because why wouldn't you? If I was 100 kilos, I would pass everyone,
Yes.
I mean, I do as a little person, but I put them on their backs because then we both get more of an experience of the game, and we play pass sweep. So instead of them just sitting up over me and kimuraing me, even if I haven't moved, we take the subs out of the equation and we play in that way. And that way I get a lot of movement, it's a big arc. Movement wise, it's a big arc for me to try and pass big long legs, for everybody it's the same thing. But I'm only 5'2", and my arms are stumpy and my legs are stumpy. So for me, just putting them in better positions that are functional for us both kind of has worked. But definitely, like, when I lift, it helps, you know? Like, I've trained at some gyms with some big guys and they're, like, very wrestling based, you know? Like, and so, I don't know, like, they're a lot stronger than me, but they also need to get a guard too, you know? Like, so it works out for everybody and you can be, like, you know, more beneficial for everybody. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so if you had, like, one or two piece of advice to anyone, male or female, starting jiu-jitsu, what would that be?
So, like, two things. Like, the first is that it's a sport of months and years, not days and weeks.
Yep, agreed.
You know, like, so knowing two sides of that coin, you know, like, so for sure you just got to put the time in and all the information will happen. Like, it's not going to happen right now, but it will happen.
Patience, yeah.
So, like, definitely have patience and know that it's coming. Like, we all sucked and we're all getting better and it's just time put in, you know. But then there's two sides of that because you need to stay in it for the months and years, you know. Like, and if I bust myself now trying to get the days and weeks in, I won't be around for the months and years,
yes,
you know.
Agreed.
So anything you can do, like if you're doing mobility work or if you're doing like auxiliary strength stuff to support your jiu-jitsu, you're actually doing jiu-jitsu, you know. Like, it's fine to think of like your yoga practice or your mobility practice as part of your jiu-jitsu routine. So I might have on my schedule, like, I can train jiu-jitsu Monday to Friday, but one of those is represented by mobility work, you know, like, but it's still jiu-jitsu to me, you know. Anything that keeps me on the mat, you know, like, is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
like, the more months and years I can pump out, the better I'm going to be. Like, that's for sure. And, like, other than that, just, like, have fun, you know, like, because the joy and, like, the way to learn in it is to be playful. Like, you can't actually learn from a state of aggression.
Yeah.
You can just output what you already know.
Yes.
You know, like, so
creativity.
You need to be playful, like, and you need to be in that space. Children learn a lot faster than us, like, because they're playful, you know. And if you are in, like, I don't know, an adrenal state or aggression or like upset, like a lot of people get upset on the mats for sure, like in like an emotional way, things come up for them. You're not going to take on as much information. So, you know, good teammates and stuff will help you laugh a lot. Like, and that's really important, you know, like, so looking for the joy, recognizing when you're not in that space, and that if you're not in that space, you're actually just doing some physical workout at that point. You're not taking information on. So it's just all about play, really. Like, it's a ridiculous sport, really. Like, you know, you see 5-year-olds doing this to each other just kind of naturally, or you like fight and wrestle with your niece or nephew or whatever. Like, it's really fun. Like, it usually ends in tears, but
I love beating up on toddlers personally.
That's not what happens.
No, don't do that. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jess. Appreciate you coming along. Appreciate your time.
For having me.
And definitely, we'll be talking more jiu-jitsu in the future and more better ideas to help everybody get better.
More better is
more
always.
Better. But not better grammar. Not better grammar. Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, JT.
My pleasure. Thank you. My mother would be ashamed.
More better.
More better. I can't come off too intelligent.